I think the best copywriting hack that you have here is the no agenda part.
Your team was amazing. I think I had about 3 guys come back to me at one stage and talk me through the sequencing, and it works brilliantly.
You can also try our new releases around the voice notes and the videos. Those are great to build just trust with your audience because that leads to a ton of inbound as well.
I think if you're a founder and you're not using this tool, then you really need to be.
What are some of the mistakes you made when you first started doing cold outreach?
I was trying to get too tricky with the sequencing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to SalesRobot Customer of the Week, a new show where we interview the best SalesRobot customers and go deep into their tactics, including tips like personalization, targeting, and messaging, so that you can take away some tips and implement in your cold outreach starting tomorrow. Today on the show, we have Grant, who's the founder at SalesFlex. Welcome to the show, Grant.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the opportunity.
Let's get right into it. What does your business do and how do you make money?
Yeah, we work with technology and SaaS-based businesses, both here in Australia, but also overseas, predominantly the US. And we're passionate about helping them grow and be a success in their business. So focus for us is really all around helping them with their go-to-market strategy and then the execution.
All right, SaaS. That's a topic obviously close to my heart as a founder of a SaaS company. So let's get into the campaign that got you here. Obviously, it's a really successful campaign. We see roughly a 56% reply rate there. So I'll not bury the lead. I'll share my screen right away. So you were targeting, I think, founders in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, and these are the stats, right? For everyone to see. 36% acceptance rate and a 56% reply rate. The average reply rate is between 10 to 20%. So this is well above average. So first of all, congrats on the campaign.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit. How did you build the list? Like, how did you figure out the targeting on this one?
Firstly, must I say, Saurav, I'm really impressed with your team and the guys that helped me during the onboarding process. They did an amazing job, so thank you very much for that. Really, what I was trying to do with this campaign, though, Saurav, is just get connections. My target audience is typically founders. I wanted a soft approach, a warm introduction. So the objective for me was to get them as a connection, start posting, some thought leadership type articles on my feed, and doing a soft reach out. So most of the stuff I'm getting at the moment, Saurav, out of the campaign is all inbound, which is exactly what I'm looking for.
Makes sense. It always starts with a connection, right? So you build out a connection and eventually that connection turns to something else, which is real business. Got it. So this is where you're just expanding the network. So let's get into the sequencing a little bit, right? How did you think through the sequence?
Yeah, so the sequencing it's really just I'm just going to refer to my screen, Saurav. It's easier to see, but it's just a really soft connection that I enjoy reaching out and connecting with people. So it was really, really simple. I was outlining my intention. All I wanted to do was grow my network. So there was no threat, no agenda, and it was just easy for people to connect. But interestingly, I got a pretty good response rate out of this that as well. So I wasn't really expecting that. I was, sort of expecting I'd have to do that in the second round.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just the best way to sell is not to sell, right? It's just to be genuine and genuinely enjoy connecting with people. So there is a big learning in here for our listeners, right? Like we see a lot of users who come to SalesRobot and we just try to sell on the first go, right? They will write everything that they can about their business and how they help people XYZ. And nobody wants to hear that, right? So really, I
Right.
think the best copywriting hack that you have here is the no agenda part. And then you genuinely follow up with it, right? Like you genuinely have no agenda. You're trying to just get connections. So big learning in here for everybody who's listening. Always try to just use SalesRobot as networking robot, if that makes sense. That's the way you'll actually get more sales.
Yeah, interesting. Another approach I have used that I'll share as well is being upfront around the connection. So reaching out, commercial intent. This is what I do. If it's not for you, I understand. Just appreciate the connection. So that sort of flow works as well. Just non-threatening, adding value, and yeah.
I think it's about clarity, right? Like because here you genuinely don't have an agenda. You're just trying to, start a conversation. And even in that case, you are starting on a commercial note, but at least you're clear, right? Like this is what I want to do. So with that, let's get into the message. So Talk me through this one.
Yeah, it's really just to reach out, get a connection request, Sarav. So ultimately, what I wanted to do was get people onto my feed so I could post thought leadership articles and potentially drive inbound, which is exactly what's been happening. The ones that I'm connected to look for things that are happening, some triggers perhaps within their posts, and reaching out to them directly also. So that was the intent, just to build my connections.
Talk to me about your inbound lead flow. Have you seen some inbound lead flow from all of this?
Yeah, actually, I've been getting quite a lot of inbound leads. I think I had a look at some numbers before, so I think I've had 128 connections and reactions come back in the last month. So I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest with you. Obviously, not all of those convert into meetings and discussions, but I'm getting quite a lot of interest and a lot of activity, and driving a lot of awareness. With US companies wanting to come into Australia, which is something I also offer as part of my service.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, Australia is now seen as a sort of big player as well, especially after Atlassian and Canva. And I think you guys have a great ecosystem there. Awesome. So, again, thanks for all the work that you do. And I think this is a great campaign. With that, let's get into your journey a little bit. What are some of the mistakes you made when you first started doing cold outreach?
Yeah, look, it was crazy, to be honest with you. I was trying to get too tricky with the sequencing. So I was reaching out and I had my settings all wrong in the background. I was only doing 10, reach outs or looks, and I'm trying to get 30 connections a day, and clearly was backing up. So it just wasn't working. So as I said earlier, your team was amazing. They really helped me. The support was awesome. I think I had about 3 guys come back to me at one stage and talk me through the sequencing, and we made some adjustments. I simplified things, and it works brilliantly now. So I'm getting roughly on average probably 33, 34 requests going out a day, and I'm getting probably about 34, 35% connection rate. So I'm pretty happy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, on to my final question then. What are some of the things you're excited about trying to further improve your cold outreach results?
Yeah, so I really want to get my head into the AI part of it, Sarav. I've been working with your team, and I'm pretty excited about that. So I've got some sessions lined up, and we'll work through that. The other bits that I want to have a look at is integrating SalesRobot in a end-to-end cold outreach stack. So just integrating all the email stuff as well. So that's something else I want to try at a later date.
Awesome. And if you want, you can also try out new releases around the voice notes and the videos. I think those are great to build rapport, to build, just trust with your audience, because that leads to a ton of inbound as well, because they see who you are, they see what you're all about, and that ends up bringing, more brand awareness.
Yeah, look, it's a great tool, Sarab, and I'm really pleased that you selected me to have a chat with you today. We're promoting it all the time to everyone we speak with, and I think if you're a founder and you're not using this tool, then you really need to be, because that thought leadership part is just really, really important.
Yep. Guys, again, I did not ask Grant to do this promotion for me. So this is all, organic. So thank you again, Grant. Thank you so much for making the time. I really appreciate it. And we wish you all the best for all your future campaigns.
Thank you, Sarab. I really appreciate it.
And one last thing, for the people who want to find out more about you online, where can they find you?
Yeah, so www.salesflex.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarab.